Hey, what's up everybody? Jumpin here. This is going to be Mass Effect 3 gameplay commentary. Today I'm going to be using the Geth Claymore, pretty much a Geth infiltrator with the Claymore. Amazing character for this gun. Shotgun infiltrators with the Claymore is pretty amazing in general, but with the but with the Claymore, it's unbelievably powerful. Alright, for the mods I'm going to recommend for a build like this is actually going to be the Smart Choke, which is the accuracy mod, and the increased damage, the extended barrel. Now you might be wondering, like, wow, this thing has max out damage. Would this actually matter? Yes, it does matter. It will stack off of its high damage. Its damage is about 1600 if you can hit them with all the pellets. And with this, with 25% more to 1600, that I don't even know the math, but it's really powerful. I'm going to go ahead and show you the build for this. This is the offensively godly, Geth Infiltrator. The first one's going to be damage. Next up is going to be recharge speed for his cloak. This gun weighs a lot, so this can help a lot. And the final one is going to be bonus power to fire your proximity mine. You will be using proximity mine quite a bit on a build like this. And then damage for your proximity mine, damage taken, and damage. Just pretty much damage across the board. And then for your hunter mode, power recharge, this is definitely going to help with your cloak coming back faster, so that you can, use it as much as possible, because this gun does weigh a lot. Then power damage, you don't need rate of fire. This gun only fires one bullet per clip, so power damage is definitely the better way to go. And then for the final one, damage. Now, with this guy's hunter mode damage, with all his damage stacked, like with the, everything combined, his proximity mine is so godly. His Claymore is godly because of the cloak and hunter mode and all that kind of things combined. Damage wise, this is one of the strongest characters you can ever have. A Geth Infiltrator built like this with the Claymore and proximity mine. Alright, so now let me go show you the network AI. Just pretty much damage and capacity. Pretty, just because the reason why you want this is for the extra weight and more power damage to your mine. And then power damage, I mean, your total damage is outrageous with this build for your mine and for your Claymore. Alright, for fitness, just pretty much the 3 points into it. Now for the equipment I'm going to recommend Shotgun Rail Amp 3, 30% more damage to the Claymore. And then Armor Piercing Rounds 3. You're going to need this if you are not using the Shredder mod, just so you can take down brutes and banshees and things. And then Power Amplifier, that's 30% more power damage for your mine. So, like I said, overall, just unbelievable power damage, unbelievable weapons damage because of the Claymore and the cloak and everything. And yeah, he is freaking godly. Okay, this is going to be a gold gameplay against Reapers, and it will be on Firebase Giant. I told you in the last episode of Fun with Guns that I was going to do this so that, you guys can see, pretty much the Claymore as well, since it was such a close runner-up compared, I don't want to see guns get like that, I don't want to see, like, a gun lose out every week, so I might make this a pretty usual thing if a gun is very close to winning, but it loses by so much. I might just go ahead and do a video. Now, first things first, let me talk about this. The way you want to play with this is it's just kind of like I told you before with the Grenadier build of this, is that you're going to use this proximity mine to primarily stun. So every time you cloak, you should probably shoot a proximity mine. Now it's going to stun the enemies, make it so they'll take some damage, and also what it's going to do is that it's actually going to make it so they take more damage when you shoot them, 20% more. So in general, you're going to be doing a lot more damage with your shotgun blast to them. And like I said, with everything combined, I don't know the math on it too much, but I mean, the Claymore gets a total of I believe 145% more damage to 1600. So if you do the math on that, it's like 3600, something around there, maybe almost 4000 damage per shot if all the pellets hit them, which at point blank, for the most part, most of them should. And then with the mine, it does, like, I think about 1600 to 1700 damage because of all the power damage bonuses and the hunter mode and the cloak, all that kind of stuff. So overall, in a matter of like a second, if you were to shoot the mine at them and then shoot them with the Claymore, it's about probably 5,000 something damage in seconds. This thing just will wreck brutes in general. Like you will see me do some crazy damage. Now normally this gun can two-shot a brute on gold, but in this video you will see me pretty much one-shot brutes at time, maybe from time to time, because of the extreme, like I said, the extreme damage that he gets bonus-wise for everything. But anyway, like I was saying, and another thing too is that, like, I always like to talk about this because I do believe it's important, especially with this guy. You know, if early in these waves, you should try to get your melee kills, mainly on the husk. You can pretty much one-hit melee kill them, so you'll see me do that a lot. Just so I can get my 15 melee kills for the gold medal. I do really highly recommend people to try to get their gold medals, especially early on when it comes down to things like melee kills. You know, it's just going to help your team out. Everyone's going to get a little bit more experience if everybody's able to do that. You know, you're talking about an extra, I don't even know how much. It's like probably, I believe, 12,000 extra total experience if everybody can get 15 melee kills. So, you know, that's what's up. You know, it's something that you can think about. Alright, so we're gonna get devices right here. You know, actually in this particular video I'm going to be playing with Richard, and Richard's actually using the exact same build. He's using a Claymore Geth infiltrator set up the same exact way with the power damage and the hunter mode, all that kind of good stuff. And yeah, it's like, you know, pretty insane. Having two of these guys together, just like, you know, working together on just shooting the big enemies. This is like literally one of the most epically amazing boss killing level builds you can ever have. Like, when it comes down to just fighting bosses, you know, this thing can just do so much damage. It's absolutely outrageous. Like I said, like that. Now, one thing you could do, and I'm sure a lot of people are going to actually like comment about this, is you know, hey Jumpin', why aren't you always reload canceling or reload glitching or whatever you want to call it? Reason why is because I don't really believe in it too much. Like, okay, now here's the thing, is that it is true. I can do it. I do it quite a bit, and you'll see in this video I'll do it from time to time. But to me, I don't really think reload canceling is really that fantastic. I don't really think you really have to do it with guns that are just one bullet. Mainly because by the time that, you know, here's the thing, is that by the time that you can cloak again to get the massive damage, like right there, by the time I was able to cloak again, I already reloaded the gun. I like to get my one shot in, and right there, actually, my buddy Fear is going to actually get assassinated, so that actually sucks. But I like to, you know, pretty much get my one shot in from my cloak to get that massive extra damage, you know, with every shot. I don't like to bullshit around and do it. Now, we're actually, to be quite honest, we're actually kind of epically failing early on in this video. I'm just going to bring that. Later, it gets, like, a lot better. But as a team, we are epically failing. I'm doing okay, but the rest of my teammates are actually, you know, kind of having some trouble right here. I believe we were playing with 3 Geth in this video. I think it was 1 Geth engineer, who's Drew, and 2 Geth infiltrators, which is me and Richard. So, you know, like I said, it's just, I don't know. It was a shame what happened, like how we're having some trouble. But the main thing is that, you know, we just gotta get back on track, get these devices done. You know, I chose this map Giant because I have never showed you a gold gameplay on this yet of me. I've done this map a couple times, maybe like 3 or 4, and I hate this map. I kind of really do. Like, this map's just not that fun to me. In general, it's I don't know what it is about it. It's just, you know, it's just what it is. Like, it's not the greatest map in the whole game. It's okay. It's big, that's for sure. But in general, like, especially not any enemy that's not Cerberus, they have some kind of odd spawn areas on this map. Like, they really do. Like, Geth, they'd be spawning like kind of random spots sometimes. Reapers spawn, I believe, in the same pattern as Geth. Cerberus, they spawn in a more normal pattern. They come up the sides. You can kind of predict where they're going to spawn. With Reapers in them, it's kind of like a just run around and try to figure it out if possible, but sometimes you're just not able to do that. Alright, so right here we just finished the objective, you know, and I believe we're done with it now. Now, I do believe that, I don't know if it's happened yet, I wasn't paying attention, but I do believe that, and in fact, I'm pretty confident now it did happen. Well, maybe not. But later in this video, DK is actually gonna lag out. He has some type of problem with his with his disc, like it says disc read error, shit like that. And it's a shame because he lags out quite a bit when I play with him, and you know, it just kind of happens, and it just sucks when it does, but it does happen. I believe that he's gonna come back as a veteran soldier after he quits, so he's gonna actually switch characters too. And then, yeah, right here he's actually getting grabbed. But I believe this Banshee might be the last enemy alive. And you'll see me and Richard just decimate her. Like, it took us about, I think, 2 shots apiece to take her out. That's just how powerful this this gun can be. Like, it takes it. Now, you never will be able to maybe one-shot a Banshee on goal, but you could pretty much two-shot her if you could hit her right. You know, sometimes this gun is kind of weird sometimes because when you shoot them, like a brute, you know, brutes are giant. You know, they have massive bodies. They're really easy to hit for the most part. But sometimes, I don't know what it is, you'll shoot at them and you'll do like 20% of their health. Maybe you hit them in the arm with half your bullets or something. I don't really know. Other times, you'll shoot them and you'll one-shot them if you can hit them in the head. Right there, I just got a 2-for-1 brute kill. That was pretty cool. And this gun also, for the most part, can kill Ravagers, like, you know, one shot. It's kind of insane. You know, and the other great thing, too, is having the proximity mine against swarmers is definitely a nice thing to have. Proximity mine will definitely just destroy freaking swarmers, and that is a good thing. I mean, if there's 15 swarmers coming at you, you can pretty much just chuck it out all at, you know, you can just chuck your proximity mine at them and just totally annihilate them. So that is what's up. Right here, like I said, I'm going to continue to, yeah, there we go. I finally just got my 15 melee kills. Like, that was the important thing to me, was to get that out the way, because now from this point on, I don't ever have to melee again if I don't want to. You know, that's why I do recommend, like, doing it early on so that it won't mess you up later. Now, like I said, so you can reload cancel with this gun. It's cool. And if you guys want to know how to do it, there's a couple ways, different ways you can do it. For the Xbox and PS3, there is a reload cancel if you press down on your D-pad where the Metagel is for the PC only. You'll see a lot of people say, oh, you should just press down. That's for PC only, guys. I'm pretty sure about that. I'm not 100%, but I'm pretty sure that's PC only. For the Xbox, though, you know, what you can do is that if you could use a power as you're reloading, once you get to a certain animation of the gun, like with the Claymore, it's pretty much right after he puts the bullet in. So you skip the whole animation of putting the gun back up. If you were to cloak or use a power or something, it's easiest to do with infiltrators and things. But like I said, like, to me, I don't really think it's that necessary for the most part. Just because when you're trying to do something like this, you know, like, it's going to take, for your cloak to actually come back in general, and I should have shot my mine there. I was, like, so scared I was going to die. But, you know, yeah, like, for the most part, and I'm just getting just overran in this whole area by brutes. It's crazy. There's brute after brute's coming at me. Like I said, for the most part, though, you know, I just don't think it's really that necessary with guns like the Javelin, with guns like the Widow, and with guns like the Claymore. You know, especially if you're, you know, because they weigh so much, you're never gonna actually have, and I think, yeah, I'm gonna have to get myself up here. And I'm still in a very terrible position, just surrounded by enemies. And I believe at this point, it's, yeah, because this is the point where Drew lagged out. And if you remember earlier, I think Feared got assassinated. So because of that, like, yeah, this is just not a good thing that just is going on right now. It's just me and Richard left, and he just cannot get out of this little bottom area. So, you know, and he's used, I believe, at this point, like 3 or 4 Metagels already. So I'm going to, like, be forced to come down here and just try to revive him. And I think at this point we're okay now, because I'm like, come on, man, come on, like, stay with me, man, stay with me. That's very important, especially when it's just 2 of you left. You got to stay together. You got to keep in the mindset of just staying together. You can't do your own thing. You know, otherwise you're going to have some problems. So, you know, you got to run together. You got to know when to run from the enemies, when to stay together, things like that, and you'll have a lot better success. And at this point, I think, yeah, Drew just reconnected, so everything should be okay now. But anyway, yeah. So this gun in general, though, out of all the shotguns, it's hands down the most powerful. It really is. Like it can do some serious, awesome, cool stuff. But at the same time, like the only reason I don't like it that much, because I do like it, and I only really like it on this Geth Infiltrator. Now, this Geth Infiltrator, in my opinion, is probably the best character in the whole game to use it on. I think that another really good one is actually the Human Infiltrator, just because of the Cryo Blast, and you can weaken the enemy to be like really weak, and then when you shoot the enemy, they're gonna just take so much damage. It's crazy. Especially armored enemies and bigger enemies. It's a very good, like, the Human Infiltrator is a very good boss. And I don't know what Drew was doing right there. What the fuck? The fuck you doing, man? Just ran into all the enemies. But anyway, like I was saying, so Human Infiltrator is good too because of the Cryo Blast, things like that. But in general, like I was saying, you know, it's just one of those things, like, if you're going to try this gun, you know, I do highly recommend it on this Geth Infiltrator. It's a lot of fun. It's a sniper rifle of a shotgun. It really is. Like, especially with the smart choke, you can pretty much just aim. I have done this too, on gold, silver, anything. You can literally aim at an enemy from the total opposite of a giant map, like on Dagger. You can sit up on the top of that map and literally one-shot kill Centaurians from that position with full shields if you just shoot them. It's crazy. Like, that's how much damage this gun can do. It is literally the strongest gun. It's the strongest one-shot gun in the entire game. I just want to make that clear as well. You know, like, it really is. So, you know, that's just something, like I said, it's just, I mean, look how, man, we just wrecked all those enemies with the fire nades, and then we got a fire explosion because of the proximity mine, and, you know, it's insane. Now, one thing about shotguns that you guys also need to know is that sometimes with shotguns, it's kind of weird. It's like, because it's pellet based, the damage of it goes off of like damage per pellet. So, and with this thing shoots like 100 pellets. It shoots like 1 billion pellets. So that's one thing, unique thing of this gun. Compared to all the other shotguns, this thing shoots the most pellets at them than any other shotgun. But you also notice that about shotguns a lot too, is that, like, let's say I was to shoot an enemy, you know, with the shotgun, I can literally tell myself, oh, he didn't die. But then he died. It's like kind of a half-second delay sometimes for him to drop dead. And the reason why that happens is because it's like that last pellet that is just come out a half-second later, or registering a half-second later, will kill them. Now right there, I just like pretty much one-shotted a brute. I just want to say that. The way that you can do that with this gun is just, I believe I hit him. I think I hit him with the proximity mine first. But the proximity mine, I don't even think did a bar of damage to him, like of armor. It weakened it for sure, but because of the 20% more damage and the headshot, and right there I kind of just did it too, I think, again. You know, it's really not technically a one-shot, but it almost feels like it, like, at least. And as you can see, it's really easy to do, and it's pretty awesome if you can do it. You know, but like, I think you just have to mainly hit them in the head. Hitting a brute in the head can be extremely difficult, just because their head is so weird and positioned kind of awkwardly on their body. But with a gun like this, it's actually not that hard, just because, you know, well, with any shotgun, it's always easy to hit headshots. It just is. Like, you know, it's just what happens is that you aim for them, you know, in the upper, you know, body area, and a pellet, you know, if you're aiming at their upper chest, pellets will hit them in the head. It's just is what's going to happen. Like, every time I play with a shotgun, I pretty much, almost every time, I'll get the 20 headshots. It's an easy thing to do. Alright. So as you can tell, at this point, we're starting to, like, really roll through this kind of easily. Like, early on, like I said, we had a lot of trouble. I think the main thing, like I said, is just, it can be this map at times. You know, like, certain maps, if you're not used to playing them, or if other people aren't used to playing them, you know, you can have a lot of trouble. Like, you know, you need to play on maps that you're comfortable on. And, you know, but for the YouTube and stuff, like, I'll play on any map just to, because I'm sure everybody wants to see, you know, a lot of the maps for gold and stuff. So that's the reason why I chose this. Alright, so here's another thing, too, is that, one other thing is that, like, you know, I kind of forgot. I'm not going to lie to you guys. Oh, yeah, I remember what it was. Okay, So one thing about this gun or this build and this gun I really, really like is that if you're gonna fight against Reapers, I mean, this is definitely an amazing build against Reapers in general, as you could tell. But one thing I really like is that Banshees you can really fuck up a Banshee with this, because if you hit them with the proximity mine and you shoot them, if you can connect with that shot on them, you'll like instantly stun them. Like, it's crazy. Like, they'll instantly get stunned, and then you can just, you know, do it again. And every shot, pretty much, if you can do the same thing, mine and then shot, you'll reach their damage threshold and stun them. And it's actually like really insane and like really awesome if you can pull that off. So that's what I wanted to say, is that, you know, like I said, out of everything I've ever used against a Banshee on gold, I think this thing is one of the best ways to go. It's just, I mean, this character would be really good in any gold squad that you ever had. Like, one guy with this Claymore, you know, he's a definitely a really good boss killing you know, guy. He can kill pretty much all the infiltrators. Now, the only downside is that with a gun that shoots only once, you know, you have to reload. With a gun like this that you can only shoot once, you need to kind of like play smart. You know, like you run into a room, like right here, I see a marauder, blow him away. There's another marauder. I'm gonna try to like not. If I was alone, I'm not alone in this room. That's the first thing. But if I was alone in that room, I would kind of like play smart. I would kind of get behind cover a little bit, or stand behind a wall or something, and then reload my gun and then poke back out and killed him. But because, you know, I didn't really do that. Like, because I wasn't alone in the room, I didn't have to do that. But and that's the thing. That's what you have to do against infantry units. Because, you know, this gap for one will get dropped easily. You don't want to go down. You know, you don't want to get dropped. And the other thing is that, you know, if you miss, you're going to be in trouble. Like, if you ever miss with a one-shot gun at a close range, you're in trouble. Like, you're going to have to do something to prepare yourself to, you know, not die. So my best recommendation to you guys is that don't miss. Now, that might not be as easy for some people, but for the most part, I don't really like. Right here, look, like I'm gonna wait until I'm pretty much reloaded to even go back over there to even attempt to kill them. And then, like, this is a terrible spot though, and like, this is what I'm talking about. Now, I hate marauders, I really do. Out of all the enemies in this game, marauders are one of the ones I just cannot stand. They do so much damage, and they can do so much damage to you from like so much range as well. And their melees, they can demon lunge. It's insane. Like right there, when he hit me with that melee, I did not feel like I was in a dangerous melee range for him to hit me, and yet he still did. So, like I said, it's really insane. It's kind of annoying, but I don't know. Like, just you gotta avoid that. You gotta, you know, try never to, you know, be caught off guard. That's the main thing. Like right there, I got caught off guard, and that's why I got, you know, downed and stuff. All right. All right, so now if you were going to try to use this, if you didn't want to use armor-piercing ammo, you should use the Shredder mod and take off the accuracy mod. Now, the accuracy mod isn't really that big of a deal. The only downside is that from a range, you know, the circle represents, the circle of a shotgun represents the spread of the shotgun. So at close range, that's a good thing. The spread is great because, you know, if there's 5 enemies in front of you and you shoot, you'll damage or kill almost all 5 of them with this gun. It's insane. I've done it before. I've gotten like 4 or 5 man feeds with just one shot of this gun if you can do it right. But that's the thing that, you know, that's a downside to it too, is that the spread is huge on this gun. It really is, because it fires so many pellets. So the accuracy mod's going to like lower that spread for more ranged kind of combat. And with like the Geth Infiltrator, like, you know, you should probably try for the most part to stay at a medium range. Now that's what I was also talking about right there. You see, I caught her with the shotgun shell, stunned her, and now she's just fucked. You know, that's amazing. But yeah, you know, like this Geth Infiltrator is definitely a medium range kind of shot. If you're gonna play him with a shotgun, you need to play him at a medium range. Close point blank, you know, range just is not a good idea for the most part, just because, like I said, they're gonna fuck you up. They're gonna like mow you down in a second. Now, right there, that was stupid, and I went down because of that. You know, that's what I'm talking about. Like, I shot her point blank with the shotgun. Normally, it's like, if I do that, then it's like half her freaking, you know, health is gone. Like, she should be dead. She was at already half health, so I was just expecting her to die, but instead she only took 2 bars of damage. So I don't understand that. It does happen sometimes with this gun. It can screw you sometimes, but you know, hey, I mean, for the most part, you know, 95% of the time, you're not gonna have that happen, and you're gonna be able to just, you know, mow them down, like just blow them to pieces with this massive shotgun. So, like I said, it's absolutely awesome, absolutely you know, amazing. You know, this gun is also easy to get to 10 too, and that's another thing. Like, as much as the gold weapons might not be easy for some people to get to 10, if you play this game enough and you just play gold here and there and you play silver and you save up your money, if you buy Spectre packs and stuff, you'll get this gun to 10. Like, it's just what will happen. All the gold guns are not that hard to get to 10. So, you know, this is the gold gun. Like, you know, it can definitely be awesome. It can definitely do some awesome stuff because of that. And like I said, this Geth Infiltrator is fun. Like, it's a lot of fun with this build. Like I told you before in the Geth Grenader one that, you know, the proximity mines are really outrageously strong on this Geth Infiltrator. And this is like, in my, pretty much the best build in the game to really demonstrate how powerful the proximity mines can be. Now they're not going to like really one-hit enemies, but they're going to do a lot of damage to almost one-hit them, and they'll definitely two-hit almost any enemy in this game. And any normal enemy, like if you were to run around doing this on bronze or even silver, most of these normal infantry units, like the marauders and the cannibals, like things like that, yeah, these mines will one hit, like, kill them. You know, it's absolutely insane how much damage you can do to them, and you know, like, and it's across 3 meters of damage, 3 meters of range. So yeah, that's something else that's absolutely insane about it. Alright, I believe this is going to be our last enemy. It's this Banshee. So yeah, it's the last enemy. Like I said, as you can tell, we had some early going problems, but ever since those problems, like, we haven't had much any since then. Alright, so you know, at this point we're going to be on wave 10. So let's see what we get, because, you know, yeah, we got targets. Thank God. Like, targets for wave 10 against Reapers is what you want. Uploads are a freaking nightmare. The devices can be a nightmare. Like right there, like, whoa, I just freaking murdered that brute. That was crazy. But yeah, you know, like I said, uploads can be a nightmare. Devices can be a nightmare. All that crap is just retarded. And at this point, I put out my rocket because I know there's a target in there. I want to take her out. You know, the quicker you can do this, the better. That's just how it goes. It really does. So, you know, and we're trying to do the whole strategy where, because where I'm at on the map and where they are on the map, we should be able to, like, just kill these targets quickly. Because as you can tell, I've had 2 of them spawn in front of me. Let's make that 3. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and rocket that last group as well. Yeah, you know, so that was pretty epic. I just killed 6 Banshees and like a couple Ravengers and stuff. So that was really awesome. You know, you can pretty much, at this point in the game, you know, if you guys been playing this game, you know, at any, you know, for however long, I mean, really, if you've been playing it since it came out, you should know that enemies will normally spawn in the same general area on most of the maps. It really just comes down to getting used to the maps. Man, I mean, look how quickly we got done with that wave 10. That was insane. Alright, so now we're going to be in the extraction wave. And, you know, here's the thing about the extraction wave, though, guys, is that on this map, on most maps, you need to avoid the landing pad. On this map, this is another one of the maps where definitely you should avoid it, because their major spawn is going to be in that room where we're shooting at now. So because of that, you know, you need to get away from that landing pad. Do not go in that bitch, and just kind of, like, stay really on this side of the map. Like, you know, if you can stay on this side of the map, you'll pretty much lure them all to you, and then at, you know, at around the end of the, you know, the end of the cycle of, like, right before, like, last 15 seconds, make a mad dash to the end, and if you can do that, then you should be good. Alright, you know, and then one thing also is that if you get hit by any warp, anything like that, as this Geth Infiltrator, like right here, yeah, you are gonna die. The DPS is absolutely crazy, like, on him compared to everyone else, so, you know, it's just what happens. It sucks, but it does happen quite a bit. Alright, so like I said, as long as we can hold down this general area though, we should be good. But let me go ahead and get into one, like I said, 'cause we're just gonna, I think at this point we might even start making the mad dash for it, but you know, but here's the thing though, guys, is that this gun, amazing on the Geth Infiltrator, amazing in general on infiltrators. You know, you can use it on other classes too, you know, Krogans or whatever. I don't like this gun on Krogans, honestly. I prefer it on infiltrators, just to, because the main thing is if you're gonna reload this gun and it's gonna take you like a while, it's better just to cloak, you know, be cloaked when you do that, things like that. Alright, so this is gonna be the point we're gonna make the mad dash for it. Hopefully we all make it. I believe we do. And you know, now we can just kind of like defend this position, and hopefully, you know, we'll be able to get it done. Here comes a stupid Banshees, but it doesn't matter. Alright, so that's gonna be, yep, but we did get partial. Wow, I don't know who messed it up at the end, but you can pretty much look and see whoever's name is in red is the one who didn't make it or didn't get the full extraction. So, you know, it does happen though. The Banshee probably freaked somebody out and they accidentally got off the circle. But anyway, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. The Claymore is amazing, especially on the Geth Infiltrator. Definitely try it out. A lot of fun as well. But you know, besides that, please comment, please like, please subscribe, and like always, have a nice day. God damn you, Drew! You fucked up the full extraction!